This is a simple video on the project with a title, First Frame is the Place to Go. The team had released a safe tensor file recently based on the Wan 2.2 model, which can produce results like these. Putting it in simple words, pairing the new safe tensor file with a Wan model as in Lora can produce videos of the given objects as a reference image. This is the project on GitHub, and the results here do not look realistic, but not bad either. The project is interesting and fun to play around with. This is fun to play. Maybe I can create some memes. Let's hope they release an update on the current version. You must be aware of the Wan 2.2 workflow, which takes two models. So this node takes the high noise model, and this takes the low noise model. The files are visible here. If this Sage Attention is not installed, then select SDPA. However, Sage Attention makes the Wan model faster by 40%, and I made a simple video on installation. So you should have it installed. Links to the models are given on the left. This is the YouTube video link you're watching, and then the project link. Below is the link to the GGUF model, both high and low noise. Get models from here based on your graphic memory size. This is the direct download link to the Q6 model, and I used the same to produce the video shown earlier. You can use a model slightly larger than your graphic memory. This block swap node should manage both the larger model by using the system RAM. But then the video generation will be slow. The next file is the text encoder and the GGUF encoder for low VRAM. I suggest getting Q6 from here. Use a larger encoder if you have a 16 GB or bigger card. Or get the FP8 if you're using a 12 GB card. Select the file here, and then get the VAE. There are two files to choose from. I'm using the smaller one. The file will be selected in this VAE loader. Next are these Lora files. And the link to the Lite X2V Lora is given here. There are multiple files to choose from, or you can get the one I am using from this direct download link. And the same files are selected for both the high and low noise models. The second Lora is this First Frame Go Lora. The high and low noise Lora goes with the corresponding high and low noise models. The names you see on these nodes are changed for your understanding. Below is an upscale model. This is a basic upscaler, but it works for everyone. The upscale nodes will be added here, and I will update the workflow later. I will explain these two nodes later. For now, let's look at the uploaded images. There are 3 images uploaded. And you have to ignore this image. I was testing this with a smaller model, and for some reason the image of this woman does not change even after selecting a different image. It picks the image I select, and everything works, but the thumbnail of this woman remains there. And this is not AI generated. The image belongs to the Cotton Bro Studio on Pexels. So the 3 images also goes through an image resize node, and then they move forward. There is a node used here to remove the background, which was required because there are too many elements in the background, which can spoil the result. In the image below, ignore this. This is the actual image selected here, and due to the plain background, the background remover was not needed. The point here is we need to make an image similar to this. This image contains our subject and the background where the subject will be in motion. In case you want to remove the background on the second image, clone this and make a connection. If you are uploading large images, then activate the resize nodes. The height and width capping will bring the image to an appropriate size. Note that the same size goes to this section where the video is generated. So we saw the image upload options, and here, those 3 images are stitched together in 2 different steps. The first stitch node takes these 2 images and stacks them on top of each other, which is previewed here. the same image goes ahead. And then the third image enters here and gets stitched on this to the right size of the stacked image. All the resizing and stitching was for this one image. This 832 by 512 sized image is the one that goes to the Wan video encode as a start image for the video. And then it becomes a condition for both the high and low noise models in the video generation process. The output is then decoded using VAE, and the video is visible in pixel format. The second condition in the video generation process is the prompt, which enters the process with the help of this text encoder. This node is not required, and you can delete it. Below are the settings for the video generation, and the total steps capped for the two video samplers are 8. Then the seed ID. I prefer fixed seed when testing. You can keep it at random. The number of steps for each is 4. The first sampler stops at the 4th step, and the second starts at the 4th step. This will stop the process once it reaches the total steps, which is 8. This result was generated using the smaller Q4 model. You can begin with a small test. These are only 33 frames, which consume less time to generate and give an idea of whether the settings and files worked. I will make it 81 frames. After uploading the image, you need to bypass these nodes and run the workflow to see if this image is generated properly. And then go ahead, make it active and run the video generation. Instead of 81, I want to show you the result of 65 frames, which produced this 4-second video. Now, there is a problem I encountered multiple times when using the Q4 and Q5 models. The video looks fine when the length is 65 frames. And when I make it 81 frames and run the workflow, it changes everything completely. Nowhere near the prompt and the uploaded image. So that's just a heads up for you when working with this workflow. So I have changed the images, and the background remover was required in the second image this time. The start image generated looks good. Update the prompt and run the workflow. The result was generated after 258 seconds. The problem with the start image, which flashes at the beginning, is the first few frames. To remove that, I can use this node. It takes all the 81 frames and allows me to remove the first 4 frames and give out the remaining 77 frames. Run the workflow again. The seed ID was fixed to process the same video. Now the first 4 frames are removed, and the result looks good. There are 2 things you must note. This is how the prompt should be to generate decent output. A prompt like this will not work and will give you bad results. In this prompt, the surrounding is described, and then both the subjects. After that, the movement and the action. The prompt shown in the video will be in the workflow, and the image used will be in the Discord group. There are multiple prompts here which will help you. I will link it in the description. The second thing is about generating this image. So I have changed the subject to show the problem. The image is generated, and I will activate the image resize node. You can see that the subject in the stitched image became shorter. The resize node works, but the aspect ratio brings white padding, which makes the subject smaller. It will give you a bad result. You will need to see and have to adjust the resize node and try to make the subject as big as you can in this image. The Wan model will refer to the subjects from this image. You can also use this image crop node to bring the subject to the center. Try this with a preview node and you should understand by yourself. The result may not be good in the first attempt, so start with 33 frames. This was my third attempt. So that is it in this video. The workflow will be in the description. I hope you have an excellent day.